It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. John Simon in on the stop.
4 yards. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Edwards. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Blake Cashman on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. That's out to the left and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. The receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Edwards. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Colts 0. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Chuck Clark brought him down. 1-yard gain.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins.
40-yard line.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
The kick is good.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Tucker set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got it to Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Williams. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after 1.
7.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Gain of 6.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Edwards. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and created a big run. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 14 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Jalen Ramsey.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike, check 33. 33. I'm going back to you. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Go. Defense, our time. It's our time.
To throw again, Haskins. His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gus Edwards with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
The score, Vikings 21, Colts 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give here to Pollard. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Haskins to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Brought down at the 28.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one was running back out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
The score, Vikings 21, Colts 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Complete to Hilton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Bridgewater on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Haskins. This is White on the screen. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Here's Pollard. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Edwards. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a 1st down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Blake Cashman.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They run with Hines. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins out quickly to Judy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
34-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go! Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, D. 59 Mike.
Now Haskins. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's caught inside the 20.
Jerry.
It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 46 yards.
1st and 10.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it 1 play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Throwing again. Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A gain of 30.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Third down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's good.
A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards.
1-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Haskins. He's got it. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
One more time.
And they won't.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Dwayne Haskins. Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hines on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Edwards. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Nyheim Hines, 59 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chester Rogers there to make the grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gould to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Vikings 41. Colts 21.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action with Haskins. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
He was defended by
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. Complete. Jefferson the target. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the screen.
Here's Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like...
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Number 30.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
On the pickup.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Again, it'll be Edwards. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
Short of the goal line.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chester Rogers with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that